Welcome to our first lesson on boundary retracement. Now, if you're going to retrace a boundary, you would expect the first lesson to be outside in the field. But lesson number one is that every good boundary retracement begins in your office. There are three primary documents that I use to prepare for this retracement and use my time in the field as best as possible. But before we go through those three documents, let's talk a little bit about the research phase. In phase one, research, we're going to find as many record documents of the property boundaries as we can. Plats, surveys, deeds, title reports, all of these record documents are going to lay the foundation for the stage 2 fieldwork retracement process. And the way that I work is, when I find a good record document, and I think it's going to help me in the field to retrace the boundary, I put that in the field package. And the field package is going to be the packet of documents that I bring myself and I give a copy to my field crew. These documents are typically land surveys, records of survey, plats, and those documents are going to come with me everywhere I go in the field. I also obviously have this field package digitally in Dropbox, and I bring my iPad Pro with me, and I bring the printed copies in Arch B. And I do this because sometimes I like using the paper documents, and whenever I find a monument in the field that corresponds to one of these documents, I'm going to write in my point number and what I found, just so I can easily keep track of this. But I also have this on the iPad Pro in Dropbox, so I can also pull up the digital copies very easily. So the first set of documents I bring are the maps, plats, surveys. Now, from these record documents, I've created two additional files that I bring with me. Number one, the working sketch, and number two, the CSV search file. So the working sketch is nothing more than an AutoCAD drawing that combines all of my record documents together and provides a search area in AutoCAD format for me to find these monuments I'm looking for. And finally, from the working sketch, I generate a CSV file of point northing easting description. And these points are the search files. So for example, I've got a plat here of several lots, and the big lot is what I'm interested in. So each of these points I have on the plat, I have digitized the bearing and distance and generated a set of northing easting coordinates. And all of those coordinates for all of these different maps are in the CSV search file. And I'm going to load that in my data collector. The reason why I take so much time to generate my field package, working sketch, and CSV file is because the more record research you do in the office, the easier the field work is going to be in stage 2. So many surveyors begin the survey process in the field. They just go out with their technicians, or they send the technicians out and hope to find monuments. Sometimes it's easy. You know, if there's a resurveyor's monument that just got put in recently, you have a pretty good chance of finding. But what I'm interested in is the original survey monuments, if they still exist. And I'm also interested in older retracement monuments that were set based on the original survey. And if you really want to get down and find those old monuments, you've got to have a starting point to search. So the starting points come from all of the COGOD points all of the northeasting points that I've created in the working sketch and put in the CSV search file. Finding old monuments is tough. It's frustrating. But if you have a starting point, if you put in the time to get a realistic search area for each and every survey monument shown on each and every map, deed, plat, then you've got a good chance of finding old evidence. And if you use the process of record supporting the field work as opposed to just showing up in the field, then you've got a much better chance of finding the original or very old retracement monuments. And with that, it's time to head to the field, so let's go.